Today we're tackling a hot debate in the world of rock and metal guitar. Alternate picking versus down picking. Both techniques have their die-hard fans and both come with unique strengths and drawbacks. This idea actually came from an email exchange I had with a guitarist who was pretty committed to strict down picking. I truly appreciated the message. It was thoughtful, honest about the struggles, and it raised some great points. This shredder felt that alternate picking was kind of a shortcut and wanted to push through the challenge of playing fast riffs entirely with downstrokes. And that perspective got me thinking, does alternate picking deserve the reputation of being easier or even the cheating option? Or is it actually the more efficient way forward? Downpicking is often praised for its punch and aggression, while alternate picking is known for its efficiency and speed. But when it really comes down to it, does one technique truly stand above the other? In this episode, we're going to break down the pros and cons of each approach and put them to the test in a way that removes as much bias as possible. You'll hear blind comparisons, both raw and in a mix, so you can be the judge for yourself and see which one feels stronger to your ears. And if you're new to me, my name is Zach, and I'm here to help metal and rock guitarists solo better, understand the theory behind heavy music, and ultimately glorify God with their instruments. So now let's dive in. Let's first talk about strict downpicking, which, as the name of the technique suggests, consists entirely of downstrokes with your picking hand. Now, from what I can tell, this style of picking tends to be more common in a lot of different subgenres of metal, like thrash metal, heavy metal, and also in some other styles outside of metal, like pop punk. I see those players tend to really like those fast down picking attacks. And there are some pros to this style of playing. It can certainly be impressive to other guitarists. It is often viewed as a more aggressive pick attack style, and it allows you to hear the lower string or strings first when you're playing chords. Now, the downsides to this technique are first that it can be very tiring. It can be very exhausting to put in all the work in trying to be able to do downpicking up to a decent level of speed. And even if you can do it fast, it's hard to get it to the point where you have an adequate level of endurance as you're ripping through whatever sequence or riff it is you're trying to play by relying exclusively on downstrokes. And quite honestly, it can take twice as long to downpick something as opposed to alternate picking it. Since your picking hand is already coming back up to pick notes, it can be more efficient for you to just hit the string or the strings on your way back up instead of going down, up again, and then down in order to have that one hit from one downstroke to another. And lastly, my take is that it's questionable as to whether or not it's even worth one's while to try to achieve a goal of fast downpicking, because I'm not sure that musically or sonically it even makes much of a difference big picture. So while downpicking can give you that aggressive, punchy sound, the truth is tone goes a long way beyond just the picking direction, and that's why I put together my Elite Tones cheat sheet. It's a free resource that shows you how to dial in professional sounding tones so you can get that powerful sound you're after no matter which picking style you use. It also includes direct links to some of my favorite free amp sim plugins, plus tips on how to make those digital amp simulators sound like authentic physical amplifiers. The link for that free resource is in the description, and you can also find it at zakshawguitar.com. So the other side of the coin, which you've already caught a glimpse of, is alternate picking. You got to see how one of the pros of alternate picking is that it takes advantage of the natural movements that are already occurring. Since you're going down and you're going back up again, you might as well hit the note or the notes that you want to achieve in order to preserve or conserve your energy, which by itself is another pro because you're not only being more efficient with your time, but you're also being more efficient with your energy by conserving it and reducing how much output you're using with your picking hand. And the way I look at it, with alternate picking, you can end up playing something twice as fast as you normally would without having to move your picking hand any faster. So on the flip side of that, if you want to play something and you're not worried about playing it faster, you only have to move your picking hand half as fast in order to play that same thing. And one more benefit I find that alternate picking gives you is that it allows you to maintain your timing better, especially when you're working with subdivisions, you're going from quarter notes and you're playing those at a steady pace, and you want to throw some eighth notes into the equation. I just find that alternate picking really helps you with that timing aspect. Now, one of the cons of alternate picking comes to the chord aspect of it. So when you're playing chords, power chords, or whatever, when you're alternate picking, every other hit of that is going to involve hitting the higher strings first. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I think that's why people tend to lean more towards the down picking side of things, especially with riffs like that. The difference may be more or less subtle, but it is something that someone might consider to be a con when it comes to alternate picking. And the other con of alternate picking is that there is sort of a stigma associated to it, specifically or especially when you're trying to play anything that James Hetfield of Metallica plays, where, he is the exception to the rule. Most of us do not have the machine-like picking hand that James Hetfield has, but there is a stigma associated to players who don't play his riffs in the down picking fashion that he does. And then, arguably, I kind of touched on this before, another con of alternate picking is that it's arguably not as aggressive as straight down picking, but we shall see, because what I want to do now is put this whole idea to the test. I want to introduce a little blind study for you. So a blind study is just where I'm withholding information up front to reduce your bias. So I want to make this as fun and interactive as possible for you. So after each blind playthrough, I want you to comment below and tell me which versions you thought used alternate picking and which you thought used straight up downstrokes. And at the end, I'm going to reveal it and we shall all see how well the predictions lined up and ultimately how much of a difference there even is between downstrokes and alternate picking when it comes to our hearing of those two styles. So let's jump in. I'm going to show you each version right now. Now's your last chance to pause the video and comment below what your guesses are. Here comes the big reveal right now. So now that you've heard all the blind tests, here's the real question. Can you honestly tell the difference between the down picking examples and the alternate picking ones? Better yet, do you think the average listener could tell the difference? If the sound itself is not noticeably or significantly different, which seems to me to be the case here, then what really matters is the efficiency of the technique behind it. Down picking might look and feel aggressive, but alternate picking lets you achieve the same or better results with far less effort. That means more speed, more stamina, and ultimately more time to focus on growing as a guitarist instead of grinding away at endurance drills. To me, that's why alternate picking wins in almost every situation. The sound is virtually the same, but the benefits are undeniable. No matter how fast of a down picker you are, you will always be a faster alternate picker. So, what do you think? Did you catch the difference in the blind test? Or does this prove that alternate picking is the more efficient path? Let me know in the comments what you think. And if you want some crisp, high quality tones to go along with your playing, no matter what style of picking you use, don't forget to grab my free Elite Tones cheat sheet if you have not done so already. It gives you instant access to my best tone tips, plus links to my favorite free AmpSim plugin. So just click the link for that in the description or go to zachsharguitar.com and download this awesome free resource. A special thank you to that guitarist who wrote me the email. Your message is what sparked this whole discussion. And a very special thanks to you for watching. I'm Zach with Zach Shar Guitar. Stick in, keep shredding, and God bless.